Good morning, it's Barbara. It is chilly outside, but it's sunny in my spot, so I'm going to go see if I can be warm enough. We'll see. I have taken my mother's arrangement apart. Things are drying while they're sitting there, so I'm going to have more dried things. We'll see what I come up with in terms of decoration. I don't think these are going to dry, but we'll see. If it does, it does. Good morning, it's Barbara. It is a little chilly. We'll see how long I last. Cheers. This is my first cup of coffee, so I did not grind it by hand. So I had a really lovely day yesterday, and the highlight was our friend Carol Roy, who is the hostess of the Swatch This Space podcast, and her friend Cheryl stopped by and Dennis made them a cappuccino, and they had some of Dennis's cheesecake, and we had a lovely, lovely conversation. It was so fun to talk to them. And it's so strange, this world we live in now, that you have a good friend who you've never actually been in the same room with and hugged before. So I met her in person for the first time, and it was so much fun. We just had a lovely conversation about their trip to Rhinebeck and all kinds of stuff. But of course, for some reason, we're both bad podcasters, and we didn't get a picture. We just sat there and talked, like it was a normal thing. But it was so nice to see them. So great to hug Carol. So nice to meet Cheryl. And they headed on down the road. They're on their way back. They're driving to Illinois. I don't think they're going to get to Illinois till like Sunday. And then Carol flies from Illinois to home on Monday. So Carol will not be with us tomorrow for our Zoom call. But I hope you will be there, 2 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, our last Eastern Daylight Time Zoom for a while, because come November, it's going to be Standard Time. So, yeah, it was so much fun. But I also read a book. I read the second Iron Druid book and enjoyed that very much. And there do have some of these books in my library in hard copy. They don't have it in electronic form. But I didn't see the third book available, so I will be buying the third book. And then I'll go to the library and get some of the later books. See what I can get. So I don't buy them all, because there are 10. Of course, I am a rereader. I buy books and I have all these books on my phone, but I reread them, Sometimes I just read something I've read before just for comfort, and because I liked it and I want to read it again. So I'm not sorry to own them. I'm just, going to try to get a grip. But I will probably buy the third one because it's not in my library. And, oh well. I could put a hold on it and then, and they would find it, blah, 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 blah. I'm a more of an instant gratification kind of girl when it comes to these things, now that instant gratification is an option. When it isn't, it isn't. But when it is. So, anyway, but the visit with Carol was so much fun. Anyway, yeah, so I read a book, Hexed, by Kevin Hearn. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you again, Jim and Valerie, from Visit with Nana and Papa. I also knit on my sweater for a while. I watched The Irrational. I had a couple of those saved up. And then I realized, because I've got Peacock. And then I realized this is a show that's on regular TV. If I record it with my TiVo, I can fast forward between the commercials, and I don't have to sit there and mute it for these stupid commercials that you get on Peacock. And I'm like, okay, so I set up a pass, so now I won't have to, I can fast forward through the commercials. It's been so long since I actually watched things on regular TV that I don't even know how, it's like I don't even think about it anymore. It's so ridiculous. So I worked on my sweater. I did some knitting. I read a book. I visited with friends. Yeah, I did my yoga. Yoga Go is the app that I use for my chair yoga. It's chair yoga, so I'm not working very hard, but I'm enjoying it. We finished off the leftovers, so we're gonna have to come up with a plan for dinner tonight. Dennis has his D&D tonight, so Aura and I will be spending the evening alone. Although we will be separate because tonight apparently is the first night of the World Series, so she will be upstairs watching baseball in her room tonight at 8 o'clock. So it's not like she's going to be spending the whole day by herself. But I will not be watching the World Series. I don't even know who's playing. I don't even care. So yeah, so that's today. Today I'm feeling like, I'm feeling very accomplished because this morning I boxed up a package I'm sending and I went to the post office and mailed it already before I even talked to you. I'm like, I am not going to sit on this forever and procrastinate. So I just went. The post office is literally a quarter of a mile down the road. And if it weren't a dangerous blind hill with no where to walk, I would walk there. I mean, I have walked there, but it's not a comfortable walk. It feels very dangerous. People come around the corner really quick, and so, but it's close. And I already did that today. Yeah. So I'm feeling pretty perky today. Oh, and I got a lovely gift from Valerie last night. I got knit vent from Helen Stewart. Helen Stewart, I haven't knit a Helen Stewart in years now because she's mostly an accessory designer. I don't know that I've ever seen a garment from her. She's a British designer and she had a podcast. I don't know if she still does. Oh, she had an audio podcast. Yeah, I don't know if she still does. I don't do audio podcasts anymore. Which I should. Why not? If I'm going to be knitting, I can listen to an audio podcast. But anyway, so she does a program or whatever every year she calls Knit Vent, where every week in November she releases a new pattern, and you buy the bundle ahead of time. You don't know what they're going to be. It's a mystery. So she releases 4 or 5 patterns. I think 5, one every week in November, and one week she releases 2 because one of her projects is a good project for Advent yarn. So I think I'm just going to do, and it'll probably, my guess is it's going to be a shawl because she designs beautiful shawls. I've many shawls that she's designed that I have knit over time. And, yeah. So I think it's probably a shawl, but I don't know. It's a mystery. And there'll be 4 patterns before that, 1 a week. She usually does things like hats and cows and mittens and things like that. So we shall see. But I'm excited. That was so sweet of Valerie to send that to me. And she's getting it too. So we'll see. Knit Vent by Helen Stewart. Nothing to show yet. The first week in November, the first pattern comes out. So that's next week, right? Yeah. Tuesday. Well, this is the 26th tomorrow. Today's the 25th. 26th tomorrow. Tomorrow's my mom's birthday. She would have been 92. And so the 5th is a week from Tuesday. So I don't know when the 1st is, but whatever. The 5th is election day. That's why I know that. I mailed in my ballot. I need to post everywhere. I mailed my ballot. Quit sending me ads. But I did do that. Anyway, thank you, Valerie. I'm excited. to see what's going on. And, maybe I'll just, do a hat. I have that second skein of the unicorn farts that I think will be a beautiful hat. And it would go beautifully with this sweater. I can't remember the pattern of this sweater. It's got a reverse stockinette panel down the sides. I think Valerie gave me this pattern. I'm terrible. But the yarn is from Benta of Arctic Crafts Knits. I don't remember her podcast name changed. I don't remember what it is. But this is a yummy DK that in the color Skreik, which is Norwegian for the scream. And the scream, the famous picture. Ooh. If I do that, it might be my thumbnail. The scream is Edvard Munch, who is a famous Norwegian painter. So this is, she did this color and her husband says, oh, it looks like the scream. And I love it. Love it, love it. You know, sometimes I just feel like something bright and perky. So anyway, that's what's new with me. I'm feeling pretty good. I realized that one of the reasons I'm feeling good is I'm not doing too much executrixing at the moment. I'm trying to get an address from somebody and I've got to go out on Vanguard. But one of these days, we're going to have to come up with a number so we can pay the taxes. And I'm going to have to do that. So I need to do a couple things. In fact, I should probably make a list. Making a list will help me. But my plants are dying. It was chilly last night. It's going to be chilly a couple days, and then it gets warm again, and then it'll be chilly again. But I haven't had a fire yet. I was thinking, oh, maybe tonight would be a good night for a fire. But Dennis won't be here. He's not going to feel like starting a fire before he leaves. So, and but I could burn the paper. I'm supposed to burn my shredding pile to dry out the chimney because it gets damp over the summertime, and the first fire is really hard to start because it's so damp. So I said I would burn my shredding paper and dry out the chimney. So I might just do that tonight when it's just me down here and be ready when he's ready to make me a fire. We just had such a nice visit yesterday. It just popped in my mind. And Dennis, you know, he made us cappuccinos and he made the cheesecake the night before. He's such a sweetie. And but Aura didn't come down, so Carol didn't meet Aura. Aura wanted to just, you know, stay out of the way, which was sweet of her, but she could have come down. But anyway, she'll be down today for hours and then go back up for her baseball. She's a baseball nut. Has been all her life. She's been a baseball fan since she was 10 or 12. Her dad was a baseball fan and got her turned on to baseball. The Philadelphia Athletics. So she's been an athletics fan for 82 years. 83 years. And she followed them all over the country. The Athletics went to Kansas City. I think they were in Oakland for years, and they've just moved and they're going to be in Las Vegas. So I don't know if she's going to follow the Las Vegas A's or not come next year, but we shall see. Meanwhile, she'll watch the World Series and I won't. All right, that's it. I'm just rambling now. It actually is lovely out here. And I have not been cold. I will be doing my yoga out here. I wasn't sure if I was going to be inside or not. It's not easy to do the yoga inside because the girls think if I sit in a chair, I should be cuddling them. And it makes it, you know, I hate to yell at them because they want to cuddle, but... and it totally goes against the whole idea of namaste and centering and calmness when you're yelling at your dogs to get out of your lap. They were a little wild in the beginning when Carol and Cheryl showed up, but, you know, they did calm down. Dennis took them for a walk, and they did calm down. Well, actually, Dennis had them. Carol let me know they were close, and so Dennis took the dogs for a walk. So when they came in, they were able to come in and sit down quietly. And then the dogs came back from walk for 5 or 10 minutes, and then they calmed down. They do calm down. So you can come and visit me, even if you don't want dog all over you constantly, because they do stop. But they are big dogs. Anyway, that's enough. I'm going to go. Please take good care of yourselves. Please come to the Zoom tomorrow. I'm so excited to talk to you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. Meanwhile, stay safe and stay sane.